with a neat way to hopefully continue the training aspect of you for you guys. So with that, what that means is that there are 3 kind of different areas that we hope to be able to have with this program. There's winter sport specific workouts, there's live workouts, and there's also a healthy or fueling healthy athlete bodies aspect of everything. But before I go on, I'm actually going to share my screen with you guys so you can see a little bit more of the program itself laid out. I know Michelle, Esther, and I sent it to Mary too, and Ash, I think you got it in AJ, but the email with all of that information, so it is on email that I sent to you, but also it has been uploaded onto our website. So I'll kind of show you where you can find everything too. But really quick, I'm going to actually share my screen. And so then you can see this right here. So I was going to say, one of you guys give me a head nod if you can see my screen. Perfect. Thank you. Thanks, Esther. Awesome. So what I have right here is an email that you probably should have received yesterday around mid-morning time. And what we have is basically laying everything out, but again, can be found on our website. And what, again, we hope to be able to do is fulfill that time that typically athletes would be starting to train, head to the mountains, go, outside of snowshoeing cross country. If they don't have the means transportation wise, a lot of barriers, especially for this year, are in the way to make that happen. Just Friday, we had our holiday party and we had almost 70 athletes on there. So we definitely know that there's means for athletes to be able to get on Zoom, to be able to utilize the resources that we have there. Unfortunately, it's not every single athlete we serve, right? We have close to 5,000 athletes. And although that we wish and hope that everyone takes advantage of this, we know that that's simply not the case. But we hope that definitely parents and caregivers and staff that are working with with athletes at home are definitely able to support them with this program. So with that, what we have here, the official date start of everything is January 4th. So shortly after the new year. Again, the information has been sent out already, so it doesn't mean that you can't do a few of these things right now. We absolutely encourage you to start whenever you want to. But you'll see that, again, the 3 areas that we've broken down here are offering that at-home winter sport specific workouts. So again, our winter sports that we offer that you guys know of that you typically see at our winter games are alpine ski, dual ski, cross country ski, and then we also offer speed skating and snowshoe. So with those kind of 5 different areas in sports, we have created workouts for that. So that's sport specific. The other thing we offer right here that for the program are going to be live workouts on Wednesdays and Fridays. And I know definitely, Michelle, with you hopping on here too, feel free. And that's what we hope to have, for coaches and program wise, to work that into your traditional, weekly schedule. It's something less for you to plan at that point and something that we're putting on. So definitely feel free to work that into what you traditionally do each week. And then the last part here is our Mondays, our healthy eating sessions that actually will be carried out by Megan Rosenberg, who I know Ashley and AJ, I know that many of us know her and has been an athlete with us for quite some time. She also serves as one of our healthy athlete messengers. And she is really passionate about healthy eating and how our athletes can continue to eat in a healthy aspect before training, before workouts, preparing for competition. So she's gearing up to be able to help us with that, with doing some pre-recorded but also live cooking sessions. And I know Esther, definitely Sage is one that I would love to tap into for this too. He does an awesome job in the kitchen. So a few things that I'll kind of run by you guys too to see how you might want to play a role in this as it goes on. I do have someone joining here, so I'm going to just admit real quick and hopefully that goes through. Perfect. So what you'll see on your screen right now is the first part of the email is our calendar of events. And so in that email, if you've received it, you can simply just click the image. So we, again, are starting this from January 4th to February 28th. So almost a 2-month long kind of program here, pretty low key. But when you click January in that email, it's going to bring you to the full PDF calendar. And just so I can move you guys out of the way real quick. let's see, go from here. There you go, perfect. So what you can see, I'll minimize it a little bit. We've got, actually have Brian on the screen over here in the picture, but the full calendar is broken down again from the 4th to the, let's see, the 31st for January. And the links that are in blue are actually clickable, right? So they actually go to what they say. So on the 4th, what you'll see is that there's a survey for healthy eating that Megan Rosenberg actually created with myself. And I'll explain a little bit about that after, but that is a link to that. And what you'll see is that also through the week or through the month is that on Wednesdays, there will be a Facebook Live workout. So with me, I'll be leading that. And those specific workouts on Wednesdays and Fridays are not sport specific, they're more universal. Okay, so what that means is that it's going to be more of a full body kind of conditioning, going through a lot of movements and exercises, but aren't per se specific to a certain sport. It'll be a little bit more universal, get you guys moving. What's really neat is that, yes, Wednesdays will be Facebook Live. So of course you can, if you have Facebook, if you're on our page, you'll see that I'm live doing the workout. Later, just like what we were doing early on into the pandemic, is that I can save the video and save the workout and upload it right to our Facebook page for it to be forever there. In the past also, we've saved it and uploaded it to our YouTube channel for athletes to be able to watch and go through at a later date. So that's an option for Wednesdays to tune in with us live on Facebook. And then Fridays will always be a 10 a.m. workout with me. Again, both of those will be a more of a universal full body kind of workout and conditioning, not sport specific. And both of those will be saved for, again, athletes to be able to do afterwards if they can't be with us live. So that's Wednesdays and Fridays. So you'll see that's pretty consistent. Obviously, this is just showing January month right now. But what you'll see is that on the 11th, Monday the 11th and Monday the 25th are two of those kind of cooking sessions that I had mentioned before. So you'll see that both of those will be shared on our Facebook page. So anything that's linked that would go to another spot is in blue, and both the 11th and 25th, those videos will be shared on our Facebook page at that time. So Monday, those, and on the 11th and the 25th won't be live, but there'll be videos that will be shared. Again, Megan will be taking you through whether it's refueling your body for a training or for a practice, or even for a competition, a few different ways to be able to fuel your body. So whether that's making a healthy smoothie, a drink, going through some other things of being able to make a healthy snack. It's a more or less cooking class like what we did before, but definitely an education piece to know of why we're doing this and why we're making it the way we are and what's affordable, right? So if athletes are going to the grocery store, what to look for that's affordable and still healthy for them. So that is taking place on every other Monday that you'll see. The other thing we have here on the specific calendar is the 26th, that Tuesday. I want to be able to kind of check in with our athletes and see if they're utilizing the program, who's been tuning in with us live, who's been doing sport-specific workouts on their own, and really making sure that athletes are kind of taking accountability for their training and working with those that maybe are at home with them, that are supporting them. What can we do better? But really just connecting with our athletes, one-on-one in that kind of Zoom training. So we have that on the 26th. What you will see as we go through is that everything is primarily at 10 a.m. I wanted to keep that consistent so there's no confusion of we're at this time or this time and this time. Everything is at 10 a.m. So you'll see that that's pretty consistent from there. But again, what I'll show you real quick is that if you click on this calendar through the PDF, that there is a Facebook Live workout Wednesday, January 6th with me. When I click that, it's going to go right to our Facebook page. So you'll see that it goes right there. If this loads, there we go. And then it'll actually have at that time at 10 a.m. in this kind of area where posts usually are, that I will be live at that time. For you to go back to the calendar, just hit the back button in the browser and you should come right back to that. Similar to that, on Fridays, what you'll have is a Zoom link. And again, if you guys, and I know you all have been using Zoom like a ton, so you're pretty familiar with it, but when it's very specific to that date. So again, if you want to tune in Friday, January 8th with me for that live workout, you're just going to hit that link of 10 a.m. Zoom workout, and it's going to bring you to that open Zoom meetings and launch meeting. So make sure that if you are wanting to attend that meeting, that you click that specific link in that calendar. So it's already there. Again, I do have that on the side. So if you're looking for that day, you can always email me, text me, shoot me a message, and I can provide you that link for that day. You'll see too at the end that there is, again, our link to our Facebook page if you need it. And we will jump into why we need our YouTube channel shortly. So there's the link to that as well. So with that, I'm going to get out of here real quick. I'm going to come back to that email. So that was our January calendar. Again, this is the email that you might have or should have received yesterday. Same thing, February-wise, clicking on that, going to that calendar. You'll see Wednesdays are consistent with that Facebook Live workout. Fridays consistent with that Zoom at 10 a.m. workouts, both at 10 a.m. for those days. Again, that Monday the 8th and Monday the 22nd with Megan will be that cooking class. What's different and what I'll see in that email is that Monday the 8th is a Facebook Live one that will be going live with Megan. Will be going to her house and doing something neat with her. And I'll talk about in a little bit of why that might be a special date for, especially for athletes to tune in then. So we've got that going on there. And then the official kind of ending to this is the 28th. So the Sunday 28th of February. I do have a second date of March 2nd to do a check-in at the end of the program, just again, to make sure that if athletes took advantage of the program and the resources and the workouts, what they liked about it, what they didn't like about it, what they hope to be able to see in the future, crossing our fingers that we kind of never have to go through the virtual or remote route again, but it's definitely something that adds into our training piece for our athletes. And we want to make sure that you guys are taking advantage of a few of our workouts that will only enhance your training when you're on snow, off snow, on ice, off ice, especially in the winter season. So we have an ending of our check-in with Zoom, on Zoom, I should say, with our athletes then. So we've got that going on. I'm going to get out of here again, go to that email. So what we'll jump into right now is that we actually have, like I said, our 3 areas. That was just our calendar of events. Our first kind of area, that winter specific workouts. So again, yes, this is geared towards athletes that typically engage with us and participate with us at winter games and any of that. But again, it's not only for athletes that only do winter games with us. So if you have athletes that, do summer games, that do another sport with us, feel free to share this information with them, because it's more the merrier, right? It's only going to help them in the future and maybe even interest them in getting involved with us. So definitely feel free to share all of the information. So with this, again, what you'll see, if I'm going to use AJ, for example, and AJ, I can't see if you're still on, but if you are, I'm going to use you as an example. So with AJ, with training right now, he's doing a lot of training on snow, which is great. He's probably doing some off snow with workouts and just staying really in shape to be able to do some things on snow. So what we hope to do is that there's no tracking with this, right? So you don't have to report back to me or back to anyone to say, yep, Lauren, I did 2 workouts this week. And this is, there's no scores involved. This is just for your benefit to stay in shape and to stay active. So what you'll see is that, again, if you're an alpine athlete, all you have to do is click this kind of icon. It's going to go to another PDF, right? So we have created 3 sport specific or alpine for this in this circumstance workouts. So workout 1, you'll see, workout 2, and workout 3. So with this, I had some awesome help with or from USM exercise science students, and they created with myself 3 sport specific workouts. Again, this is for alpine. So we've got tradition, each workout, a warm up, the workout itself, and the cool down. And so what we have found too is that, especially with our weekly warrior program, is that anytime there was a live workout, sometimes it wasn't the right pace for our athletes, right? So sometimes athletes could go faster than how I was presenting the exercise or the movement. And sometimes we really need to slow down and to show some modifications and different ways to do the movements, which is exactly what we want to do with our athletes. So with that, we created on paper instead the actual workout. And what we've done is that if you have any questions, if you don't know what the movement is or the exercise is, for an example, when I see workout 1 and I might not know what a seated single leg step up is, and I see that as the 4th exercise right here, I'm going to click on that link. It's going to move me to our YouTube channel. And it's actually going to show you of me and showing you what the seated step up, single leg step up is. So I know you might not have audio, you might not hear it right now. That's okay. Through the video, and I'll play it, that you can see at least, and you'll hear this in the video, that I am actually explaining the movement itself and the exercise itself. So right now I'm probably talking through it. There we go. So now I am actually showing the exercise and moving through that exercise to be able to show. So this is just one example, but through the different movements and exercises, I give a little bit more of modifications, something that needs to be either a little bit easier for the athlete to do. If they're an athlete that's in a wheelchair, we have some different exercises that an athlete can do in a wheelchair, and a lot of that. So that's what our dual ski workouts focus on. As you're kind of going through the different movements, you'll also see, if you click on a video, we have our whole playlist here. I actually did 105 different exercises or movements that are in our workouts. So again, that is within every single workout. So all of the movements are here, but instead of having to scroll and scroll and scroll, what we did was actually, and I'll go back to the workout. Ooh, here we go. What we did is that we linked every single exercise on here. So it's a little bit easier for you to go through and to click on, okay, I need a refresher on what this movement or exercise is. So then you can simply click it and watch it. So I'll show you one more. Again, this is with just the Alpine. We're in our workout 2 right now. This is the walking lunge with the rotation. So again, you'll see that I'm doing the exercise as I'm talking. You'll see in the video that I do talk over it and what you should be doing and keeping in mind with your feet, where they're placed on the ground, how I'm rotating and walking it right through with you guys of how to do the movement and exercise. So that is one part of our sport-specific workouts. I'm going to go back here. I'm actually going to close out of here and go back to the email itself. So again, we clicked on Alpine. We have our dual ski workouts. Every single sport of winter that we've provided, there's 3 workouts all together. And again, I don't want you, and you totally can, but you don't have to contact me and say, hey, this week I've done 3 workouts. I would love to hear from you guys. But again, there's no tracking system with this. So you can track it as much as you want. However, I do want to say the goal of this is to be able to do 2 or 3 workouts each week, right? So the workouts in general probably are ranging, what we wanted to arrange was between 12 and 15 minutes. So it's not a huge part of your day, but we definitely want to make sure that, you're hitting 2 or 3 workouts a week and making sure that you're staying active. And especially if you guys are training on snow, this is a great way to be able to do things at home while you're doing that. And it only will enhance what you are doing on snow and building those muscles and getting you to be a little bit more conditioned as you're heading out on the snow or on the ice. So we've got 5 of our sport-specific workouts in our areas here. Again, each sport has 3 workouts in them. So as we continue to scroll down here, we've got another portion of our winter training program, which I mentioned in our calendar of events, our Facebook Live and our Zoom workouts. Again, if you receive the email, you'll see that Facebook Live, the dates associated with that are right next to it. So in January, those 4 dates will be Facebook Live. Again, all of these are Wednesdays. And then for this one right here, for Zoom, these are all Fridays. So every time will be at 10 a.m. And these are linked also. So Facebook Live, if you tap on it, should go right to our Facebook, which it does. And again, then that's where you can view the workouts. If you do not have Facebook, and of course you still want to be a part of our program, which I hope you do, you can still go to Zoom and you can be able to click that same thing. If I went to January the 8th, it'll go right to the Zoom link. So make sure you are clicking on the correct link when you are kind of heading into that day. So we've got that going on. And then our last part, our last area of the program is our healthy eating sessions, or fueling our healthy athlete bodies. We've got Megan down here kind of in a quick in a video, but what's really cool about this, and hopefully is an incentive for some athletes to join, is that yes, we have all of our Mondays that Megan will be providing a video for us. What's really cool about this Monday, February the 8th, that is has a star next to it. It'll be Facebook Live. I'll be there with Megan, but also anyone that attends that session, any athlete that attends, again, will be Facebook Live. I can see who pops in, who pops out, and who's watching, will be entered into a raffle to win a NutriBullet. And if you have a NutriBullet, you know how awesome it is. I use it almost every day, either making a smoothie or a drink, and we have been gifted 2 NutriBullets that we're able to give out as part of a raffle and a drawing. Again, this is for athletes. So if any athlete attends February the 8th, that'll be Facebook Live, their name will be entered into the drawing, and for a chance to win that NutriBullet. The other way that athletes can enter into the drawing is that Megan, as one of her Health Messenger projects, really wanted to be able to survey and ask athlete questions based off of their eating habits before and after competitions. Megan really wanted to focus on winter games because, as you guys know, our winter meals at winter games haven't changed that often, but we're getting into that time that definitely we want to be able to fuel your healthy bodies, right? We want to make sure that you're in the best preparation to head out there the next morning or that day to do your best. And a lot of that comes down to what you're eating before and after you work out, or you train, or you practice and you compete. So Megan has created a really awesome survey. So to view the survey, you can view it on the calendar of January, or you can click in that email, Megan's picture right there. It's going to go to a Google form. And I know, Michelle, if you're still on, you definitely are familiar with these Google Forms, as they're part of our registration for almost everything. But for this is for athletes to fill out. So this link is provided for them. And again, what you'll see is a little description of what I just said. The actual drawing for the NutriBullet will be on our last Zoom check-in, which I said for Tuesday, March 2nd at 10. So we have our Zoom information there. We've got our video of Megan. She's explaining the survey a little bit and why it's important for us to be asking our athletes these questions. So you can view that video, and then through these next questions is asking a little bit more about the athlete and their education or their habits of eating, and want to know a little bit more of what they consider to be healthy eating before competitions and games. So quick survey, probably takes 5 minutes or so, less than that. We just really want to hear from our athletes to know what we can do better, and especially in this time right now, what resources and education do our athletes need to hear. So I'll get out of that. That's another aspect of this program. I'm going to go back to the email. Of course, the last part of that email that you probably received yesterday was for the meeting today. So we've got that info below. Again, I'm recording this session, so we will send this out to coaches, athletes, anyone that wants to be a part of the program. No registration for this, which is great. I think that kind of gets some people sometimes. We always are waiting on registration, but there's no registration. So really anyone can be a part of this program, which hopefully will be a good factor into this. What I'm on here now is that it's actually our website, but I'm going to go out of it and go to our main page so you can see what our website is. So this is our home page of our website. And what we've got going on here is I'm going to scroll down, and to find our winter sports training program, I'm going to click this first one under our recent news. You'll see our little logo there. And this is all the information that was also in the email that I was just showing you guys and reading to you. So you'll see the first part of it. You'll see our wonderful calendars here. Ian has actually linked all of these to our home calendar that's usually on our page, so you can find it here. All of those are linked, again, live at home workout. Those Wednesdays will be on Facebook Live, our Facebook page. Our Fridays will be our Zoom. So he's provided those links in the calendar as well. And as you continue to scroll down, you'll see that all of these similar layout and formats are linked to I'll go to cross country this time, you hit cross country, and we've got 3 of our workouts here. And again, you can click on those specific movements to show what they are and go through those progressions or those modifications. So I'm going to come out of here and go back to that page. Scroll down a little bit, we got more of our sports, and we've got our ending with our healthy eating sessions that I just walked you through with Megan. So a great way to be able to find this, again, is going to our homepage, looking for that link under recent news, and making sure that all that information is there. So what I'm going to